Hey Taurus, welcome to your May of 2019 Sidereal Astrology forecast. Alright, so in this video we're going to talk about all of the important events that I feel like are taking place here for your sign this month. Now if you do look down here at the chart, you will notice that the signs are different sizes. And this is different from mainstream astrology. It's called true sidereal. It's taking into account the actual size of the constellations in the sky. So if you are new, definitely check out the link down below for more information on true sidereal astrology. All right, so let's go and take a look here. Right at the beginning of the month on the 4th and 5th, we have a new moon. And this is going to be in your 12th house of behind the scenes activities, you could say. So great time at the beginning of the month to just sit with the energies for all of us and see what new is starting to shape up for the month. It is the lowest energy part of the lunar cycle, and this is the last house of the Zodiac, which is more about finding spiritual peace. So great time to sit and see, what are some things you might want to set some intentions with so that you can develop greater spiritual peace in your life, greater acceptance, and maybe even the cultivation of some of your ideals or some of your dreams. Because it's a very dreamy energy, and it's really about the things that speak to our soul and the things that are important to us on the deepest level. And in this way, with this kind of awareness you could have during the new moon, you may start to see some of these dreams and ideals arising. So it could be a great time to cultivate some of those. But again, a lot of it is about living presently, surrendering what's outside of your control. Again, greater acceptance, right, is what this is about. That greater acceptance can lead to more peace. And any new intentions you want to set regarding spirituality or psychology or creativity or, again, imaginative stuff or dreamy stuff, these kinds of matters, intuition, really good to set some intentions with right at the beginning of the month and just further develop as we go through it, particularly the first half of the month up until the sun leaves that 12th house. All right, so also on the 4th and 5th, we do have Mars opposite up to Jupiter. And this is quite different energy because Mars is in your first house. So even though there's all this behind the scenes stuff going on, I think there is and has been since last month, at least an opening for more drive, independence, taking action, assertiveness, and putting motivation into your wants and needs and your goals in life. So the opposition here will be about bringing that into balance with relationships. So I would say it's a great time to, yes, pursue your needs, while at the same time balancing that with maybe others' needs or your relationship needs. And this is because Jupiter's been expanding this area this year. So it's been a great year for being open-minded and maybe inspired and, again, learning regarding the relationship area. And we are talking about all types of relationships here, but the kind of relating area. And so with this opposition, it's just good to keep it nice and balanced, especially if you do feel like there's inspirations. I mean, one side of you might feel lack of inspiration, another side may be over-inspired with the opposition. So do take action, do find that balance between your needs, others' needs, between your independence and, you could say, dependence, but by that I mean relationships. And I think you'll find that to be a really good way of balancing what is this great opportunity, this great inspiration, confidence maybe even, and free-spiritedness involving these areas here. All right, and then on the 8th, we do have Mercury passing over Uranus, and this is important because Uranus is a recent new member, you could say, of your 12th house. And so this is the house, again, behind the scenes. And so Uranus, since last month, has been helping you find just a little bit more freedom when it comes to that spiritual peace. So what I'd say, too, with this whole lunar cycle is to continue to find unique and different ways of finding peace and listen to your excitement when it comes to, again, some of these ideals or things that are important to you on that deepest level we were talking about. Now, with Mercury over Uranus, there could be some new ideas regarding some of this stuff, a new perspective about some of these things. And yeah, just really good to disrupt your mind, think outside the box, and I think you'll find that to be supportive with this conjunction here. So fast forward to the middle of the month. So like I said, that sun is going to be leaving your 12th house, going into Taurus. Happy birthday for those of you watching for your sun signs who have your birthdays this month. But yeah, the second half for all of you will be more of a focus on that sense of self, okay? There'll still be some planets in your 12th, so there'll be a little bit of both still. But with this, great time to focus on, again, what are your desires? What are your needs? What are your goals? Set some intentions, maybe take some action, some initiative. the second half of the month there. That can be your source of energy, vitality, life force with the sun in Taurus. Now, also around the same time, Mars is going to be shifting into your second house. So the motivation, the second half of the month will also likely be, or will be, in terms of your resources. And by this, I mean your inner resources. You could be quite motivated to cultivate greater personal resourcefulness, like self-reliance, self-value, confidence in your sort of self-esteem, right? In terms of your ability to pursue your values and things, and that inner strength that arises. So that could be very motivating, but also your external resources. It's a really good time for maybe putting energy to create greater material security for yourself or your investments or your income or something like that. And so do listen to that. Like I said, great second half of the month to put that energy into the inner and outer resources. So on the 18th, we have Venus then passing over Uranus. And so this is going to be the last planet leaving your 11th house because, you know, last month in April, there was likely a lot of developments regarding your future ideals and maybe involving your friends or group stuff if it was on that level, community things. But with now Venus, the last planet to enter or to leave that area and to enter your 12th house, you could notice around the 18th maybe some final developments with that stuff, and then starting to notice some of the values that you could be enjoying regarding this more peaceful, tranquil energy. Because Mercury is going to leave by this time, and that gives a little bit more clarity in terms of the mind, right? Because Mercury is more practical, this is more spiritual. But when Venus is here, Venus actually really likes to be in the 12th house. So this could be enjoying a bit of that receptive energy, maybe in your relationships. In fact, this could be a kind of new values regarding this spiritual stuff, more tranquility, more peace, new values regarding your relationships in general, maybe even with your work or routine. That's a possibility as well, but these kinds of things, all right? And then on the 18th as well, we do have a full moon, and this is going to be in your 6th house. So really good time to do a status check with that routine, in fact. If there was anything 6 months ago that you started new with the routine or maybe with your work or your job, something on a day-to-day level, this could be the culmination of that. So it could be the harvest, but at the very least, a sort of status check. Just a good time to be more aware of the area, and you will. And with those insights about it, you'll likely just be shifting and pivoting and continuing to move energy forward into that sector for the remaining 6 months. All right, and then the last thing here is Mercury. Then we'll go over the sun in your sign. So there could be some new insights again about what you want in life, your goals, your manifestations for the year. I mean, the next new moon next month will be in your sign, so that'll be even more significant with this. But it's still a kind of new beginning in terms of, again, what you're focused on with you. So great to do that. Further focus on what you want, your independence, pursuing your goals, your needs. These kinds of things really starting to move forward as we get into June. All right, so Taurus, have a fantastic May. Thank you for watching. Please click that like button if you found this video helpful, and I'll see you all next time for the next video. Take care.